Howdy and welcome back to Lunar 2, Eternal Blue. I'm Reed Ransom, and you're joining me right now at the end of just on the outside of that little mountain pass we were coming through before. You didn't really want to see me just fighting a bunch of little piddly mobs, and so we just sort of skipped through that. And anything else of note that happened, I did find a box of herb that somebody kindly left out for us, and 100 currency of some kind, silver, I guess. So we're now on the outside of the mountain pass, and I guess we're heading to Grandpa Gwen's through all this lovely terrain. I mean, this looks like actually kind of a long way. You know, I mean, I'd have to say this is at least a few kilometers here, just getting out of this and this way. I mean, this is quite a long trek. Let's see if there's anything else over here. Nope, nothing here. And almost certainly nothing. Well, you know, I say that. That looks like something we should go tackle later. I'm sure we will. For now, let's go see what's up with Grandpa. Okay. Statue of Althena. Let's give our lovely prayers and get all fixed up. Let's go ahead and while we're here, let's go ahead and save. I cannot, you know, overemphasize this. You know, if you've gone back and played some of these games from the old days of this, there's really nothing that just kills your, buzz and just your motivation for playing a game quicker than playing along and just going into some dungeon and you're so far in and then you die to a boss or whatever, and then you realize that you haven't saved in half an hour, 45 minutes, and it just really it puts a big wet ass blanket right over your head and your everywhere else. Just kills it. So we're gonna just make sure we do that often. Did I actually save just then? I don't remember. We're going to do it again. Because I cannot overemphasize how important it is you save frequently. And now we're relatively certain of that. Let's see. We just walked right out, didn't we? We did. Let's go right back in. I'm going to have a drink of water while we're doing that. All right. Now we're not going to save again. I was going to save again, but let's not. All right, probably up there, yeah, and right inside. Let's see what Leo and Gwen have to say. Many years researching the blue spire. Well, that's where the naked chick woke up. That looked blue. Did it look blue? I mean, it looked kind of gray, maybe, but I'm sure it was blue. Okay. We have spires hundreds of years old, here in this very world that we all live in. And I don't think they're that big a mystery. Maybe there was some sort of cataclysm that made everyone forget. Look, being an archaeologist isn't that simple. I mean, it may not be glorious, wonderful life of some sort of military commander, but it can be exciting. I know this. I mean, I've got some friends who are archaeologists. I work on I work in geology on a research vessel that we do deep sea stuff, but it's exciting. I mean, I know some archaeologists, and they have quite an exciting life. I mean, it's not exactly like Indiana Jones, but I mean, the life of the average military commander isn't like whatever this asshole here is living. I mean, we've got plenty of, great generals and colonels and all of those guys, here in our own armed forces. And I mean, they don't get to fly. Well, okay, some of them get to fly around in various kinds of airships, but they're not defending the world from a magical cataclysm. It's more mundane, everyday kind of cataclysms. And not even really those. I mean, kind of, but that's just really how they justify their budget, right? Probably. Anyway, let's continue. Your work is much greater. Well, that's what you say. Maybe the whatever this world Lunar equivalent of the NSF says differently. And his research funding depends on, all the grant writing he does, and maybe it is, great and important work. At least their NSF thinks so. Of course, the military budget probably is many magnitudes higher. Let's continue. Destroyer is coming to the world. All right. Destroyer, capitalized. He has a title. All right. All right. Well, let's eradicate him. Let's do it. Now he's the one speaking nonsense. Utter nonsense. It's the worst kind of nonsense. And he's not leaving. Ooh, hey man, sometimes you do have to take no for an answer. I just want you to know that, Lord Asshole. Oh, they've given control back over to us. All right, what do these jerks have to say? Okay. Certainly. Well, this all sounds like a lot of superstitious bullshit to me, but yeah, let's go along with it. I mean, we don't have a choice. We're playing this game, so we're not. We're gonna go ahead and suspend our disbelief in all this. All right, let's go take a look around before we talk to these guys. What's down here? Haha. Hey man, no. Anything else that's hidden? Ruby. Why must you be my conscience? We can steal anything we want. I mean, is the game going to think bad of us? Of course not. Let's go upstairs here. Ooh. We'll go all the way upstairs. Must be the Blue Spire. Well, look, Grandpa knows me. I can walk past him sometimes without saying a word. This is, we don't have to, acknowledge each other's presence every single time we pass. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right, let's go back down. Fine, Ruby. Buzzkill. All right, let's see. Let's see what Grandpa Gwyn has to say. Obviously, we're home. You saw us. Yeah, well, that's our way we are. We're always late. I'm sorry. Deal with it. We're family. I mean, that's how things go. Actually, I say we're family. I mean, obviously we're calling him Grandpa, but I mean, look at that dude's ears and nose. I mean, we're relatively human looking. I mean, sort of, but this guy, that's some sort of creature. I mean, I guess he's intelligent, obviously, but those aren't human ears and a human face. And impressive as his facial hair is, I don't think I've seen anything like that on any human being. But so I mean, maybe we're maybe he's adopted. One of us is adopted. That's almost certain. Okay, continuing on. Yeah, he wants to know about the Blue Spire. Well, we surmised that much. Yo, bitch. Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. I hope you know that. That was something that somebody said in, on Earth, and this is obviously not Earth, so maybe you don't. But history's fun. Maybe you should take some time and get a history lesson. How did they let you rise to the rank of Lord Commander or whatever it was without knowing your history? Jesus, aren't there standards in this military? Maybe that's why it's going to shit. Well, if we knew that, come on. Yeah, the million silver question indeed. That's a lot of silver. Seriously, that's like the physical volume of that much silver would be astonishing, and good God, would it be heavy. Take the what? Come on. Yeah, right. Oh, it's giving us control again. All right, let's see. Let's see what Lord Dick Nose has to say. Oh, now you're being nice to us, are you? I know I've got a kind face. It doesn't look like you assholes. We look way more human. I don't look like some sort of unicorn monster. A valuable commodity. And that's kind of objectifying me. Really, thanks a lot, dickbag. Well, I mean, I'd agree. I would argue that archaeology's not foolish at all. I mean, it's a valuable and interesting field. But, I mean, Althena's Guard, that sounds like a special forces unit. And, you know, at least it's maybe some sort of elite unit. I think we'd be remiss to not at least give it consideration. We'll see what we do. You know, that he wasn't really this nice and friendly to us before. What does he want? Come on. Yeah, that's right. I agree with you for once, Ruby. No, I probably will end up working for you. I know these games, that's just, I mean, if he offers it, I mean, that's how it's going to work, right? And then turning back on a dime. Jesus Christ, man. Take your meds. Level out. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. You're going to be a great soldier. You're a great warrior. Why don't you come join us? Oh, by the way, I don't want to talk to you anymore, so fuck off. Yeah. Okay, go prepare yourself. And, well, yeah, we don't intend to... All right, well, Gwen probably doesn't intend to go to the Blue Spire. I'm sure we'll end up there soon enough. Yeah. I'm sure it will. At this early stage in the game, we can be almost certain of your failure. Excuse me. It's a little bit late in the day. I wouldn't call him a fop. I mean, he's arrogant, but more of an arrogant asshole, a dick nose. If we want to be kind, if we want to be like generous, we'll just say he was a jerk. Not a fop. Come on now. Or maybe she has. Might not be the smell of the situation, Grandpa. I've been around some old people before. I know how sometimes things get. Indeed, let's have a look. Yeah, I wanted to look before. Ruby wouldn't let me. That is strange light indeed. Is it a beam? We'll call it a beam. Pointed to the blue star. Aw, shit. Okay, a little anticlimactic. I mean, I thought something more, badass was going to happen there. Obviously, Grandpa Gwyn is quite astounded. So, I mean, maybe we should be impressed. It just didn't look very impressive to me. I mean, we saw that all those kicking rad explosions and shit at the beginning. So, a little light show like that, it's going to take more than that to impress us. I mean, this is, this is the 21st century we're now living in. So, let's see what we can do. Come on. Impress me, game. Go all out. We just witnessed the arrival of the destroyer, huh? That was kind of a really pretty sparkly entrance for a destroyer. You'd think it'd be like a black beam, maybe some flames, some heavy metal music. If I was a destroyer, I might signal my arrival on any planet with a, some sort of, wicked rad guitar solo. At least, if not necessarily an entire song. I mean, something, maybe a little bit of thunder. Black lasers, maybe some rocks flying in the air. Well, the possibilities are limitlessly endless. I mean, we could go down that road and we could just talk nonstop about all the badass shit I would do if I was arriving on the planet as some sort of destroyer. But let's keep going. World of trouble. All right. Well, this seems likely. Hey, those sound like the same thing. Let's go to the Blue Spire. That's right ahead. Let's check out that light. I mean, the light was at the Blue Spire, right? Is this really a choice? All right, let's get the thing out. I don't know what we're gonna find at the spire. Oh, Ruby, you got set my mind all a tingle with all the various things we could find at the spire. Lots of treasure chests, I'm sure. Some monsters, probably. That naked chick from earlier, maybe she's there. I think the spire looked different though, didn't it? Was that a different spire? I mean, there might be it could be a different naked chick. I mean, I don't really know what lives in blue spires. I mean, maybe that's a pretty natural place for a naked chick to hang out. Maybe I'll build one and see if any show up. Okay. Yeah, there was totally a fantastic adventure, and the Dragon Ruins were fun, and I really would have liked to get both of the eyeball sapphires if you hadn't did a shitty job with the rope, Ruby. But yeah, something amazing is probably about to happen. Let's see. Can we look? Nope, can't look through the telescope. That'd be... probably wouldn't be that interesting anyway. I mean, we know what the spire looks like. All right, let's get that weapon. An old knife. I've got an old knife. It's not very sharp. Well, his is sharp. That's good. It's an ancient dagger, but it is sharp. I mean, if it's... you can always, polish the rust off. All right, Gwen, let's see. What'd you put away? Ah, you lied. You lied to the old General Dick Nose. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. Sure thing, Grandpa. Yeah. I mean, looks like you've got plenty of storage, but we'll hold it. I mean, something's probably going to happen to you. I mean, maybe. I don't know how long he's going to survive. So we should hold on to it. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. All right, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and equip that weapon. That's going to be right here. All right. The ancient dagger. Yeah, it's a little bit stronger, right? Increase our speed, our agility, and our attack. We'll go with it. We don't have any weapons. Do we have anything here? We don't. Can we equip Grandpa Gwen? We cannot. He's going to be an absolute useless drag to us. Unless he's like one of those old men that's just super badass. I mean, I don't know if they really exist, but I mean, there might be a few. Possibly. Next step. Save. That's right. We don't want to do all that again. And saved. Can't do the little sprint on this screen. I wish we could. That would be fun. I mean, certainly have fun. It'd be nice. It'd be helpful. All right, is that the ship from before? Is that the dragon ship? Well, we beat you there. Walking. We beat your giant boondoggle on our feet. All right. Into the spire. Oh, I don't like the looks of those. They look a little different than the rest of the background. Yeah, they are staring at us, aren't they? I bet they are. Oh, yeah. Stay quiet. Will do. Yeah. Well, you already said that once. All right, so why were we carrying it if you were going to use it eventually anyway? We was going to give it back to you. You could have carried it that short distance. Of course, it's perfect fit. Yeah, the door hasn't opened, has it, old man? You weren't as smart as you thought you were. I think I know what we can do. I mean, it's pretty obvious. We have our own... Yeah, I didn't even need you to tell me that, Ruby. I totally have, already knew that we could put the other jewel in. How do we do that? Let's use it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use this. No, we're not gonna use that. Yeah, yes, of course. We knew. Okay, there we are. Let's see what happens indeed. I think we both know we all know what's gonna happen. Die shock, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get in. Of course it's from the Dragon's Grandpa. Where do you think else we're going to get it? Like at the flea market or just washed up on the beach? You know? Ruby's litter box? No. Of course we found it there. I know what we're going to find. All right, we're going to find adventure. It already told us so. Let's get inside and find that adventure. I'm really not being cynical about this game, really, props. I really actually am having quite a lot of fun. I'm just not really sure what to say. And I guess I'm sort of defaulting to sort of a cynical snark at the dialogue. But I'm actually really quite enjoying this. Let's see how we can do in this battle. I mean, we've equipped it a new weapon, and we did level up before, not recently. Like in the last episode, we leveled up once. So we're probably near leveling up again, and we've got like Grandpa Gwyn to help us now with his slightly more hit points and magic points than us. I'm sure everything will be fine. Let's see if we can control him. We're going to go ahead and just do a standard attack. We're going to attack some of these guys. Let's see what he can do. He can heal us, and he can heal all of us. All right, fair enough. He can also attack. So let's get him going on that one. That guy's not so strong. Okay, and Grandpa Gwyn could not move fast enough to attack that faraway thing, which is understandable. All right, I mean, he's an old man. He looks old. I mean, then again, we don't really know what a really, really old, whatever species he is, looks like. I mean, he could be, maybe that's just middle age. I mean, relative to a human, he might look old, but it actually could be, you know, he's got maybe quite a lot of years left in him. There's really no way for us to tell. But we did win, as we expected. And we got a level. Great. So now, all of those things happen, as you can see there. Ooh, we got Poe Sword. We hops high and we hits hard. All right. Well, we'll try that out on the next battle. And I mean, and a lot of battles afterwards. I mean, we're going to have a lot of them. Ooh, what's that? Some sort of magic thing? Let's go look at it. We'll fight the critter around it first. Oh, we'll take all these guys out. And I think we can just pretty much AI through a lot of these fights, as long as, you know, and if we do AI, it will actually use items as well. So it was pretty clever. You know, I think it's actually more clever than I remember, because it will use items if we have them, like, you know, herb to heal. Don't know if it'll use the MP item, whatever that was, Starlight, something like that. I don't know if it'll use that automatically, but I'm sure we'll see eventually, right? I wonder. Ruby probably. Oh.
Got to keep our strength up.
Damn right, Grandpa. Keep that strength up. Now, I guess Ruby levels up with us, probably. But I guess we don't see her stats, so I guess she'll just sort of scale with us. Let's see what this is. Some sort of device. Beautiful. If I had to guess, I would say there's probably a matching one on the other side. And there is. Oh, and there's a treasure chest up there. We're certainly going to get that. Some more of these puddings. Slimes. We got slimes. Classic RPG enemy. Gotta fight yourself some slimes. Oh, yeah. Slime's obviously a little, well, I guess we still have initiative over the slimes. They're a little tougher, but then, of course, cutting a slime with a sword, or even, rust. Well, actually, rusty sword actually might work better against a slime. Leave a little bit of tetanus behind. Maybe iron oxide is toxic to slime. I mean, I know copper is toxic to a lot of, mollusks and, other crustaceans. So maybe iron is similarly toxic to a fantasy world slime. Guess we won't know, will we? Because they're dead. All right. Let's continue on. Oh, yeah. Now we're coming up here. We're getting that treasure box. Angel's Tear. Angel's Tear, I think that is something that revives you. Oh, always hitting the wrong button, aren't I? Angel's Tear. Revives a fainted friend. I think we all know what happened to our friend. Right? Yeah, they didn't faint. I really quite like the music in this. Actually, the music kind of reminds me of Nausicaa. The whole intro. I mean, I think that when you watch the opening credits, you can see that the people, I guess, whoever directed the credits, I guess, look like they were probably definitely inspired by Miyazaki. That really did have sort of a Nausicaa feel to it, to the credits. But I like it. It's a great opening. The credits and the music in this game is actually great. They did a really great job, even if it's, I don't want to say derivative, but maybe inspired by, like an homage to the things that these people, the producers and writers and creators of this game, the team that worked on it, I guess the things they kind of grew up liking and watching, and if they sort of took some inspiration for that and went with it, great, because it really made a great product in the end, and I really, think we can all appreciate that they made this, so that I can play it for you and for me. And do we have one more? No, that was all of them. Look at that. We're across. And we're about coming up on, what is this dick ball? Is this a force field? It sure is. Can we go around? There's the last one. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's fight this one more guy here. Let's fight these guys. We can just AI right through it. I suspect at the top of this tower there will be a challenging, boss of some kind. Some kind of interesting event, I'm sure. It'll be an adventure either way, I think. We can certainly, let's keep our strength up, Grandpa. We can certainly count on that we're going to have an exciting time at the top of this tower. I know I am, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that like we wouldn't imagine right now. Yeah, come on, heal us all up, Grandpa. All right, finally. Say you missed attacks, man. Let's take care of this slime. We got like a laser barrier to break down. All right, laser barrier down. I'd be willing to bet, and it is. Great. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and save right here, and I think we're about at a good wrapping up point. What we're going to do is stop here. I'll pick this up later, and if you'd like to see more, if you like what you saw, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.